All right, welcome back. At RealCopStoriesVideos.com, we have 355 cop stories going from 4 minutes to 8 minutes, depending on the lengths, obviously. Vice, narcotics, gangs, patrol, everything in there. Back stuff you never see on TV. People getting BD from a cheerleader and a bowling team, blowing up lockers. I mean, ducks setting lockers, all kinds of stuff. Look them all up. They're on my babies. Okay. Now we're going a new way here. People email me and ask me questions, and I answer them. Okay. So if you want to email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. Answer your questions either on the air or I'll type them back to you. Okay, so here's the next question.
Can you explain what conduct unbecoming means?
Okay, this phrase, conduct unbecoming an officer, we call it QBO in the ranks here, is when officers are. I'm going on a side track here. My friend likes when I go on the side here. If you do something wrong as an officer, there's several things they can do to you. They can discipline you, they can write paper on you, they can demote you, they can fine you. Some things don't fall into that category. Like, come home having a couple of drinks and your neighbor's got his trash can in your driveway and he's done it 15 times. So he's outside and you start yelling at him and their bombs come out. Okay. And you're an a-hole, blah, okay, fine. That's conduct unbecoming. Now, we're human beings, we're supposed to be, but they want to raise us at a higher level. So what happens if the neighbor complains to our department, that's why you never tell your neighbors who you are, okay? No, I'm just kidding. The department gets involved and they do an investigation. You've committed no crimes, you violated no policies. However, they got a catch-all. That's conduct unbecoming a police officer. You should not be throwing F-bombs at your neighbor, even though the neighbor's probably wrong. Doesn't really matter. You're set for a higher standard, okay? Because you get psychology tests, all this stuff to be a police officer and all this stuff. They expect that from you, and so they'll get you for that. They'll get you official discipline or something like that. Okay. Now, I have more of these. I'll just give you one. Okay. Conduct unbecoming. I shouldn't say kinda. It was. Okay. Not illegal. A little unethical. Maybe not even that. I'll tell you the story. You can make up your own mind. Okay. Here's what it is. Whew, back on track again. We're working Vice, and part of the Vice assignment is, and you may not know if you looked at my stories, I'll tell you, is prostitution, bookmaking, which is off track, any sports off track betting, we call it bookmaking, minors in bars and liquor stores, and gambling and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. Gypsies once in a while. Okay. So slow nights, you basically a lot of bars. So you just basically you just go and hit the bars. You're supposed to only have one drink an hour. So you walk in, your partner's outside, you're inside, you go in there, you have a beer, you check out the bar, you're in there 15 minutes, it's clean, you come out, you go on to the next bar. They pay you to do this. Not only salary, but the beers are paid for by you guys, the citizens. Okay, well anyway, in those days it was 80 cents a beer, so not exactly a big one. To have an officer check a bar and it costs the city 80 cents, pretty good bargain. Well, it's salary, of course, but anyway. So yeah, you go to the next bar. Okay, now remember, you're driving a police car, undercover car, so you got to keep your wits about you. Well, you switch off. Your partner goes in the next bar, nothing comes out. Switch off, go to the next bar. Okay, that's all good. And you only drink like a quarter of the beer. You're only in there 15, 20 minutes. You're just seeing if there's any potential targets. Drunks, juveniles, whatever. Okay. Well, that's all nice. If you've had a nice dinner, and you got food in your belly. Okay. When you haven't eaten, and you're drinking, okay, and you're on your 8th bar, okay, and you find that your attention span starts to wane. In other words, you start out by the first bar, you're in there 10 minutes, you go to the next bar, you got a couple, now you got a beer in you, maybe some little more beer. By the time you get to the third bar, 50 minutes becomes 50 minutes, and all of a sudden one beer becomes 2. Okay, then you go to the next bar, and now this becomes an hour in there, and then it's 3 beers, because your faculties are getting funny. Okay, so anyway, this is what happened. No dinner, start work at 4 in the evening, we start checking bars. By about 7:30, we're hammered. Okay, now you're not supposed to get drunk for a lot of reasons. Okay, judgments, problems with judgment, all this stuff. If you're going to do it, if you're going to make an arrest, you got to write the police report. Okay, we didn't have typewriters then. Well, they had typewriters, but they were single stroke, so it's easier to get a pencil and write your story, write your narrative. You're carrying a gun. You shoot somebody, oh, forget it. You shoot somebody, as soon as you shoot somebody and they find out you've been drinking, they're going to put you on a breath machine, and then no one outside the department's going to do anything to you because you're on duty and you work in Vice and Vice drinks. However, your department will do something to you. Trust me, okay? Because bad things can happen here, okay? They don't want drunk guys shooting suspects. I don't care what the reason is. Doesn't really matter, okay? Anyway, they grade you everything up to the shooting. That's your cubo in there, conduct unbecoming. After the shooting's legal, everything's fine, I've seen in a minute, and that's okay, but not beforehand. That's when the department gets pissed off about that. Okay, really gets pissed off. I'll tell you later what the repercussions could be. It's not a good thing. Okay. Well, maybe I will tell you right now. Okay. When you go to Vice, you're out of patrol. You usually have about between 6 and 9 years on. It's a stepping stone to promotion. It's a stepping stone to other units of really good jobs, okay? So you kind of punch your ticket, get your Vice, 18 months of your Vice, and now they can see that you're trusted with informants, you're trusted undercover, you haven't got drunk, you haven't beat up prostitutes. Punch your ticket and off you go. And then you go take exams and you make them, and it looks good in your packet, you open it up, oh, he's got a tour of Vice, oh, excellent, okay? That can all collapse if you do something bad in Vice. You get kicked out of Vice, go back to patrol, you're working the docks in the harbor watching tugboats come in at 2 o'clock in the morning, okay, and you will take you 5 years to discuss that problem in front of oral boards until they finally let you promote after maybe 7 or 8 years. It's horrible to be in Vice. Everywhere else you can kind of get, but in Vice they trust you to be by yourselves in a car with money to buy booze, chase whores, and they want to make sure that you're trusted, because the thing is trust here, and honesty. Okay, here we go. So 7:30, we're pretty much hammered, okay? So we had a complaint, excuse me, of a liquor store that was selling to minors. And again, like I told you before, people that call in complaints about other liquor stores are other liquor stores. The honest liquor store got pissed off because he's making a little bit of money here on the evenings, and he looks across the street, and gang members are going in there, and college kids, and they're making all kinds of cash over there. He's trying to be law-abiding, so what do? He calls the Vice Squad, okay? We're mandated by our policy. We get a complaint, we have to investigate it. And only 2 results from an investigation. Either it's not happening, 99.9% of the time when we get a Vice complaint, it's happening. Or the other way to conclude this investigation is by an arrest, or several arrests. It's only 2 things, that's only 2 options you have. It's mandated by the department policy, by the chief of police. That's all you have. Okay, so anyway, trying to get back here on this track and get back where we started. Okay, so now we have a liquor store. We got long hair and beards, we're all dressed down really good. All right, let's go check at the liquor store. It's been a slow night. We're getting frustrated because usually we had an arrest about every night. So, okay, we're not pushing. We're just going to look some more places. Okay, so this liquor store had glass doors, glass fronts. One was against to a building, and this side went all the way around, and it's all glass. You can look. You can stand outside and look in. You know, they got rows of food and booze and liquor and wine, whatever. So we're standing out front. We're just hanging out. You know, there's, looking around. People are coming and going. And the guy goes right by us, his 30s. Didn't really give him much attention because we're looking for minors, looking for young guys, young kids. So we're talking, about whatever. Remember now, we're drunk. We're not driving, we're not DUI, we're drunk. We're almost, anyway. So I'm talking to you like I'm talking to my partner. And we look in, and what do we see? We see a guy behind the counter, the salesman, he's like this, okay? Guy's got a 38. And we're going, oh my gosh, he's getting robbed. Okay, so and we're looking, we keep looking, and the guy goes like this, the cashier, and he's got a bag, he takes it out, and he's opened up the cash, and he's putting money in the bag. Okay, nobody else in the store. And we're outside going, it's about 10:30 at night. Now we're having a line seminar. Well, what do you want to do? Well, we can't kill him. I know we're drunk. What are we? Are you going to shoot him? Well, I don't. We're having a seminar here. This guy's robbing the guy. Well, if we were sober, we would have had a plan, and we run in there or wait until he comes out, and it would have been over in 10 seconds. But we're drunk, and again, you don't get drunk because it affects your judgment, okay? Thank God we both worked together a long time in gangs, 4 or 5 years together, so we click really well. We're not going off the handle here, we're just deciding what we're going to do. We probably talked for a good minute and a half. That's a long time, but the time it took for the poor sales cook to get the money in the bag. Here's our plan. I'm way bigger than my partner. So I said, okay, when he comes to the door, okay, because the door opens inward, okay, as soon as he comes to the door, I'm going to jump on his chest and grab his neck, and you grab his gun, and we're going to take him to the ground, and we're going to arrest him. Okay, good. Okay. Can you imagine? We're, a couple of sloppy drunks. Okay, that sounds good to me, Okay, so we're standing like this. We watch him. He turns, puts the gun in his waistband. Excellent. Doesn't have it out. Wait till I have it out because somebody might see him with it. Waistband. Here he comes, right? So looking. And can you imagine? My judgment, I'll put it this way. I was probably a 15 going in, and seeing this, the adrenaline's taking over. Maybe I'm about a 9 now. I mean, I've got my act together. I'm just, okay, even though I'm still a little bit tipsy now, but you can see the adrenaline takes over and starts to negate the alcohol. That's like, I remember that 40 some years ago, I still remember this feeling. Okay, here he comes, looking at him. He's looking around, the best thing he's looking at is us, because we look like him, homies, Opens the door, well, you open that door, and here comes 235 pounds of Mexican on him like a cheap suit, okay? Come at him, I grab his throat. That's a key. It's a key we found way early in my police career. Where the head goes, the body follows. Okay? Grab his throat, C-clamp his neck really hard as I can. I've got him by the belt. I got him by the belt buckle, and I'm riding him backwards. I'm coming right at him, and he's screaming, and down he goes in his back, and then my partner's behind me. He goes, I got him, which meant the gun. And as he falls, I pull out my gun. I stick it right in his mouth, and I said, don't effing move, man. I'll kill you. Now remember, we didn't tell him who we were or nothing. He just nothing. Of course, the bag went flying. Money's flying everywhere. Okay, so I got him by the throat. I got a gun in his mouth. My little 2-inch roller right in there. I hear my partner go, I got it. Okay, roll him over. Okay, so I back off. We roll him over. We cuff him. I look up. Okay, see when he's there. And I'm looking right down the counter. Not very far. Maybe 20 feet to the counter. Here's the counter. And I see like this. This little guy's looking over the counter. He's got his hands up like that. All I see is hands. Remember the old Gilroy, I think it is, back in the day? The hands and the nose. All I see is his hands and this much of his face. And his eyes are like this big around. And we go. And he was not Latino. I think he was Arab or something. Peruvian? No, not Peruvian. From Iran. Okay, or somewhere in the Persian Gulf. I can't think of the word. Okay. So, so we're yelling, we're the police. And he's like, ah. So he's already cuffed screaming at us. Okay, well, I'm sitting on his back, so we pull out our badges and call the police, Oh, so he stands up. Now he's happy. Big smile on his face. Ding, 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 ding. He's got one of those, big old pink phones with the, and you can hear him yelling, police, come here, police, yelling. You can't even talk either. It's all moving really fast here, okay? So, because we didn't have any radios, they're out in the car, okay? We're kind of busy with this guy. He's still kind of struggling, so I had to sit on him, and my partner sit on his legs and wait for the cavalry, okay? And I'm telling this guy, just stay there, stay on the phone, don't get out, okay. So now he figures out, he later told the detectives, he thought that we were robbing him, and they were going to come in and rob him. The state clerk, that's what he told the detectives. He said, I see the guy rob me, then these guys pull guns on him, and I'm afraid they're going to rob me. That's what he told the detectives, which is fine. What would you think? Okay, my gosh, So anyway, this is where the conduct unbecoming comes in. This is where good supervisors rise to the surface, okay, and bad supervisors fall to the bottom. I told you before, I work with a lot of bad supervisors. I work with good ones, a few good ones. This is a great guy. Oh my gosh, okay. You don't know what they're made of until crisis hits, okay? I'm going to get on a side thing again, okay? Okay, anyway, as I continue. So, here, we can hear sirens coming. Oh, the cavalry. Okay, now it hits us after about a minute and a half, 2 minutes of this. We're still blowing fumes, okay? I mean, anybody near us, they're going to smell it. There's no doubt about it. And uniformed officers come in here, they're going to look for, they say, Vice is great. And then as soon as we talk to them, they're going to know, it's beer. Okay, so we're going, oh my God, what are we going to do? I don't know, what can we do? We're stuck. Okay, here come the first troops, What do you got? Oh, the one's over there, he got robbed. And we're trying to stay far away from us so they don't smell our, and we stand up, that's a suspect, so they run to him, because it's a patrol function. It's not a vice function now, because we just detained him necessarily. It's not a vice operation, it's a patrol, it's robbery. Okay. So they take him to we back away, more cops are coming. Okay, our supervisor heard this over there because apparently this guy said there was guys in plain clothes with beards. So he's got a really sharp guy, unlike another supervisor I work for. He has a radio on his desk. Those are my guys. So he gets in the car and he takes off, okay? So it figures it was us. So they're talking to the witness. There's money everywhere. So they got cameras out, take a picture of the money. They got the bag. The guy's screaming. They pick him up. He's a heroin addict. Got tattoos and heroin punctures everywhere. He's on parole for robbery. Parole doesn't work. Waste of time. Anyway, so we're off to the side. Patrol sergeant gets there. And we say, we're over there. We're trying to keep away from him. No one's got within about 5 feet of us because we're directing traffic, which we should be. This is what we should be doing. Whew. Our supervisor pulls up. And the other sergeant says, oh, there's your guys. And he walks away. He's got his patrol officers to supervise, and our vice sergeant has us to supervise. We walk over to him. He goes, what's going on? And we go, well, as soon as my partner started talking, he goes, oh my God. He looks at both of us. You're drunk, aren't you? Yeah, we are. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to get on a sidetrack. Supervisors, when they go to vice, have the same track as we do. They go into vice for 2 years. That's their tour. Ours is 18 months. Stamp their card. And when they go to promote, they say, oh, you work vice? Excellent. From there, they can make lieutenant and captain all the way up. Again, if they screw up, goes in the trash can, and you get kicked out as a supervisor, and now you're going to be stuck again, working morning watch harbor, supervising guys like me, watching boats come in. Okay, so he's thinking, oh my gosh, But then again, he doesn't think about his career. He's thinking about his men. Unlike other supervisors, when I became one, I thought about my men first and women. I didn't think about myself first. Okay, Your job is to think about your people. That's what he did. He goes, okay, everything okay with those guys? I go, yeah, everything's okay over here. Okay, he goes, look, he leans forward. Both you guys get in the car, go get some chow, drink some coffee. I'll see you in an hour, and I'll BS the sergeant, okay? Because everybody's rolling. Detectives are rolling. This is huge, okay? Guy's an ex-con. He's got he goes, so get out of here. Don't even talk to anybody. Okay, so we shoveled up to Buffalo, got in our car, and we were gone, okay? And as they're driving up, I see the sergeant walk up, and, the uniform sergeant, he's talking to him, he's pointing at us. And our sergeant goes, okay, fine. Oh, okay, so they're busy. They don't have time to fight. Again, the patrol sergeant's not our supervisor, so he's just doing his function. He wants to know where we are because we're the key witnesses, because the proprietor said, those guys saw everything. Well, of course we did. Okay. Okay, so now we go eat. I'll tell you, man, we hadn't eaten at all today. Okay. I think I had lunch at home. It's the last time I ate 12 hours ago, 8 hours ago. So I'm shoving in food, okay? So I don't even drink coffee. Okay, so we're drinking coffee. So about an hour goes by, and we're feeling pretty good. Okay, so I'm good. So we go to the liquor store, another liquor store. We buy some gum, throw in a bunch of bubble yubble gum, whatever it is, and okay, I thought we had a longer chip. All right. So I'm getting close to time here. Oh, I can keep going. Okay. Remember, this is an NBC, guys. This is just my den. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, okay. So then we chewing gum. We head back to the station. Okay. Now at the station, you got detectives upstairs. Got the suspect. The victim was brought in. They're doing their interviews. They're getting almost through the interviews. And then we come in. We're the star witnesses because we saw everything. So the detectives can't wait for us because our sergeant is up there doing the old, Gene Kelly. So until we get there, okay. Oh, they're coming right now. I had them go do an errand. Oh, okay, fine. So now we're there. Everybody's happy. We go in there. Now we can sit down, and all they're smelling is double bubble, however we're chewing at the time. And what happens? So we took a piece of paper. We're making the drawing. We're here. Oh, that's great. So, and here's the pregnant question, which was again that big elephant sitting over here in the corner. The lead detective working robbery. He's a robbery detective. He's got like 30 years on. He goes, "Why don't you just kill him? I mean, that's good old days." He goes, "Why don't you just shoot him?" And we go, "Well, we had this already planned ahead of time. We planned this at the chow. We knew they were going to ask that." So we go, "Well, it just didn't seem right, And we came up to talk about a BS line. We said, "Well, if we shoot him, the clerk was in the line of fire." Right. Okay. We could hurt the clerk. I tell you right now, if I was sober out there as a vice cop and that guy came out through that door, he looked like a shooting target. He'd have 6 rounds in him in the head and it's over. Okay. Well, you dream for this. Not to kill someone, but you dream to stop a robbery armed suspect, who in this case was a parolee for robbery and rape. This is a bad guy. So when you get a chance to take somebody out like that, we're not going to hesitate, but we can't. Okay. We go, yeah, the background. Oh my gosh, talk about BS. Woo. Okay, so, oh, well, that's good. You guys are pretty good. Well, you didn't have to kill him. That's really good. I said, yeah, sometimes it isn't right. Okay, fine. Thanks, guys. You walk out, go to our office, and we're sitting there going, sweat's pouring down the side. And then we look at our supervisor. He goes, everything okay? Everything's fine. He goes, what'd you tell him why you didn't shoot? And we told him what I told you. He goes, well, that's a pretty good answer. I go, yeah. I said, what did you tell him about us? Oh, I just said you were busy, you hadn't eaten, you want to get something to eat. And then, he jeopardized his career for this, because if he had got caught, if we had been drinking and he told everybody that we were okay, he'd have been gone tomorrow. We'd have been gone tomorrow, and no new guys would come in. You can't, it's not right. It's not right to do this, to drink, to do this. But it just happened, okay? And again, don't get me wrong. Over the last little outburst, I don't want to kill anybody, and I think I would be feeling really bad if I shot him, knowing that I was drinking, and maybe I shouldn't have. But apparently we were pretty good we were pretty good partners. And we knew the right thing to do, which was not to shoot him. We could have shot him and jeopardized our career. We weren't thinking of career at the time. We just wanted to get him in custody. Nobody heard, the cashier, us included, and it turned out really well. Okay, so then we both everybody sighed. He took the tell us to go home for the night. It was Saturday night, so we didn't have to come back to work till Tuesday. We're off Sunday, Mondays. So came back to work Tuesday, and everything was fine, and we got accommodation for it, believe it or not, from our captain and the robbery guys. So everything turned out well. So that's not good conduct, but we got away with it. So hope you enjoyed it. My time's running out. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.